officials today released a report stating that California, in particular Los Angeles, is no longer the gang and crime capital of the country. Officials say that Texas is now the gang and crime capital of the U.S. They point to a significant rise in crime and violence in cities such as Houston, San Antonio, and especially in Dallas, said to be home.
All right, y'all. We back. We back with another one. Craig Petties, man. While you watch the Craig Petties story, let's get it. Craig Petties, he's a bad boy. He's a monster. Let's get it. I want to do a disclaimer. This is for education and research purposes only. We do not condone violence, drugs, drug use, or any sexual misbehavior. With that being said, let's get to this video. Craig Petties, y'all.
South Memphis, 1976. Riverside Projects, the kind of place where blues was born from pain and barbecue smoke couldn't mask the smell of poverty. This is where Craig Petties entered the world on December 11th. His mama, Eva Jean, was pulling $15,000 a year as a foster parent. His father, ghost, just another statistic in a neighborhood full of them. But here's what nobody saw coming. This kid from the projects would become the first Black American to sit at the Mexican cartel's table, not as a runner, not as a middleman, but as a partner, an equal. This is that story. They called him Lil C on the streets, short for his name, shorter for his height. By 14, he was already in the game, moving nickel bags in the late 80s when crack dominated and Memphis was just another dot on the map. Nobody was checking for Memphis as a major hub. That blindness would become his biggest advantage. First arrest came at 15, freshman year at Carver High, 1992. Most kids getting caught would have scared straight. Not Petties. He saw it as tuition, education, and how not to get caught next time. The streets were teaching him something school never could, how to turn invisibility into power. But the real education came in March 1995. Petties was 18, still small time, still hungry. That's when opportunity knocked in the strangest way. See, there was this dealer who got himself locked up. Problem was, his Chevy Lumina got impounded with $500,000 cash hidden in a secret compartment, $500,000 just sitting there, waiting. The locked up dealer reached out to Antonio Allen, Petties' cousin, needed someone to retrieve that package. But Allen had a problem. Man was too heavy to climb the impound lot fence, built like a linebacker when they needed a point guard. So Allen brought in his little cousin. Petties was smart.
Hey, man, y'all hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. I hate to disturb the video, but look, man, we're doing that giveaway. 500 subscribers, we're doing a cash giveaway. 1,000 subscribers, doing a cash giveaway. We're going to go by the comments. So in the last, I'm going to check with my last 5 videos. I'm going to check with all the videos. On my analytics, they tell me who commented. You have to be the commented to be able to get in this prize giveaway. I'm going to check the analytics. I'm going to check the comments and make sure your name in there. And I'm going to draw from a hat right here live. I'm going to go live. I'm going to let everybody see what names I pulled and everything. 500. First 500, and then we're gonna do it at 1,000. It's gonna keep going up each time. Each time from there. Once we get to 1,000, we'll do like every 5,000, every 10,000. But the money gonna go up. So hit that like button, subscribe. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video. Let's go. I'm gonna try to be quiet and let y'all watch the whole video. This is a damn good story, man. Craig Petties.
Small enough, smart enough, and hungry enough to pull it off. Picture this: 18-year-old kid scaling a fence in the dead of night, breaking into an impounded car to steal drug money that wasn't even his. Most would have just delivered the package, taken their cut, kept it moving. But Petties, he had different plans. He and Allen double-crossed the original owner, kept the whole $500,000. Petties walked away with $50,000 as his personal seed money. Some moves save you, some moves end it all. This one, This one built an empire. By 1999, 4 years after the heist, Petties had flipped that $50,000 into something real. Bought himself a house in Hickory Hill.
Play solo, after work, at your own pace.
Smile,
No
bitch.
stress.
Hit that like button. Hit them like
Memphis
button.
suburbs, not the projects. 185,000 cash, paid off quick. Not flashy, not stupid money, just enough to look legitimate. Smart. While other dealers were buying chains and cars that screamed, "Arrest me," Petties was building infrastructure. He studied the game like others studied textbooks. Cell-based organization, borrowed from terrorist networks and Fortune 500 companies alike. Encrypted phones before your favorite rapper knew what encryption meant. Stash houses spread across state lines like a franchise operation. This wasn't street corner hustling anymore. This was corporate America with cocaine instead of coffee. Between 1995 and 2001, Petties built something Memphis had never seen. Memphis sits perfect on the map. Straight shot to Atlanta, Houston, St. Louis, Nashville, every major southern city within a day's drive. While the feds were watching Miami and LA, Petties was turning Memphis into the Underground Railroad for cocaine. By 2001, word reached LaBarbie, Edgar Valdez Villarreal, one of the only American citizens to reach leadership in a Mexican cartel. LaBarbie was looking for solid connections stateside. Petties was looking for unlimited supply. What happened next would change the game forever. 2002, the meeting that changed everything went down in Mexico. Picture this, a black kid from Memphis sitting across from LaBarbie, one of the most powerful American-born cartel leaders in history. LaBarbie ran the Beltran Leyva organization's U.S. operations. Petties ran Memphis and beyond. What they built together would become legendary. See, the Mexican cartels had a problem. They could move product to the border, but distribution in the American South was fragmented. Too many small-time dealers, no organization, no discipline.
Y'all hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Craig Petty's story, man.
Petties had already solved that problem. 8 states under his control: Tennessee, Mississippi, Georgia, Texas, North Carolina, Arkansas, Missouri, Alabama. That's not a drug operation. That's an empire. The partnership was sealed. Craig Petties became the first documented Black American accepted at the highest levels of a major Mexican cartel. When Petties moved to Mexico, the cartel provided him with a driver, personal chef, maid, nanny for his kids, personal trainer, and armed guards. They set him up in Milenio 3rd, an upscale subdivision in Santiago de Querétaro. This was respect. This was unprecedented. Back in Memphis, the machine kept running. The Lewis brothers, Clinton and Martin, handled day-to-day operations. Clinton managed enforcement, making sure everyone stayed in line. Martin ran distribution, keeping product moving like clockwork. Clarence Brody coordinated logistics. Demetrius Fields managed the money. Each piece essential, each man deadly serious about their role. The numbers were staggering. Prosecutors would later say millions of dollars every week, not month, week. Single shipments ranged from 330 pounds to 1,100 pounds. But the crown jewel, one shipment, 5,500 pounds of marijuana. Street value, $50 million. One shipment. That's not
He said 5,500 pounds. 5,500 pounds. Boy, you know how much weed that is?
drug dealing. That's nation-state level trafficking. Petties had turned the traditional model upside down. Usually, Mexican cartels looked at black dealers as customers, maybe middle management at best, but Petties proved something different. He proved that organization beats muscle, that intelligence beats violence, that reliability beats everything. The cartels didn't care what color he was. They cared that he never missed a payment, never lost a shipment, never brought heat they couldn't handle. By 2002, at age 26, Petties controlled one of the largest drug operations ever seen in the American South. DEA would later call it one of the largest drug trafficking organizations ever prosecuted in West Tennessee. But that undersells it. This was bigger than Tennessee. This was regional dominance with international backing. But here's where the story turns dark. Power requires enforcement. Territory requires protection. And in the drug game, that means blood. The violence was strategic, never random. Marcus Turner got tortured for 3 days before they killed him. Why? He stole from the organization. Mario McNeil got shot in a restaurant. His crime? Threatening Petty's mother. You touch the money or the family, you don't get a second chance. That's the law, unwritten but understood.
Producers, this plugin helps you finish your tracks way faster. Check this out. I'm gonna start with this loop that I made here. And I'm gonna use...
You want to understand Craig Petties? Understand this. By 2002, he'd ordered at least 6 murders, probably more. Federal prosecutors called him Destroyer of Lives for a reason. This wasn't some Robin Hood story. This was calculated violence to protect an empire built on poison. Let's start with the worst betrayal. Antonio Allen, his own cousin. Same cousin who brought him into the $500,000 heist that started everything. By 2002, Allen got caught up, facing serious time. The feds made him an offer, your freedom for your cousin's empire. Allen took the deal, started wearing wires, recording conversations, gathering evidence. Petty's response,
Man, we think funk ass rats, man. Nigga snitched his own cousin one time. Boy, that's cold, man. These niggas here sell they sold for a jelly roll, man. Go to jail, man. Do your time, man. Don't do that, man. Bumbleclot.
was swift and final. They killed Antonio Allen in 2002. His own blood, the man who gave him his first real opportunity. But in Petty's world, crossing the line meant death. Family or not, that's not just cold. That's a level of calculation that most killers can't reach. Murdering the cousin who made you rich because he threatened your freedom. Then Mario Stewart, cooperating witness, trying to cut a deal with the feds. They caught him in his garage while his kids were inside the house. The message was clear: cooperate with law enforcement, you die. Doesn't matter where, doesn't matter who's around. The violence wasn't just punishment, it was advertising. Every potential snitch in Memphis got the message. Marcus Turner's death showed another side of Petties' brutality. Turner made the fatal mistake of stealing from the organization. They held him for 3 days, 3 days before the end. Why so long? Because Petties wanted everyone to know what happens when you steal from him. The torture wasn't just about Turner, it was about everyone who might think about crossing the organization. Mario McNeil thought he could threaten Petty's mother. Fatal miscalculation. Got shot in a Memphis restaurant, middle of the day, witnesses everywhere. The brazenness was the point. Touch my family and I'll kill you anywhere. Public attack to make a public point. The restaurant stayed closed for weeks. Customers traumatized, community terrorized. But here's what made Petties especially dangerous. The violence was strategic, not emotional. Every murder served a purpose. Kill a snitch, prevent more snitching. Kill a thief, prevent more theft. Kill someone who threatens family, prevent more threats. This wasn't hot-headed street violence. This was corporate downsizing with bullets. Federal documents detail more bodies they couldn't definitively pin on him. Associates who disappeared. Rivals who turned up dead. Potential witnesses who never made it to court. The official count was 6 murders, but investigators believed the real number was higher. Some bodies never found, some murders never connected. The fear he created was suffocating. In Memphis neighborhoods, people knew not to even speak his name wrong. Store owners paid protection just to avoid problems. Other dealers gave up territory without fighting. The reputation for violence was so strong that most people surrendered without Petties having to do anything. His $185,000 house in Hickory Hill represented something sinister, not modesty, but camouflage. While living like a regular suburban neighbor, he was ordering executions across state lines. The normal appearance made the violence more terrifying. Your neighbor could be marking you for death while mowing his lawn. Even his own organization lived in fear. One mistake could be fatal. Showing up late to a meeting might be seen as disrespect. Asking too many questions might seem like you're gathering information for the feds. The paranoia was a management tool. Everyone stayed in line because everyone was terrified. By 2002, Memphis had become his kingdom of fear. But kingdoms built on blood always fall. The same violence that protected him.
What they mean by that is when you do a lot of murdering, if you do a lot of unaliving, a lot of killing, that bring the laws, man. If you getting money and everything on the low, it's kind of hush hush, man. They let you get a whole lot of money, man. See, I was able. Let me be quiet. yeah. Let me be quiet. But anyway, you can get a whole lot of money, man, as long as you ain't committing, you ain't dropping bodies, man. When bodies start dropping, them alphabet boys coming, them FBI's coming, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened to a lot of these big kingpins, man. They get dropping bodies and hear them folks come.
Also created the witnesses against him.
Hit that like button, hit that like and that subscribe button.
Grieving families who wanted justice. Every execution created potential cooperators who'd rather testify than die. The streets remember Petties not for any charity, but for the terror. Mothers still tell their kids about what happened to Marcus Turner. The restaurant where McNeil died changed owners 3 times, like the violence left a stain. Some corners in Memphis, people still won't talk about those days. Too much blood, too much fear. "2002 started with everything going right, ended with everything going wrong. The murder of Antonio Allen, Petties' own cousin turned informant, should have been just another body in the game, but it was the domino that started the fall. Federal indictment came down like thunder. Multiple murders, drug trafficking, money laundering. They wanted Petties bad, and they wanted him now. But here's where Petties proved he wasn't just another street dealer. While others would have panicked, gone on the run without thinking, Petties made a calculated decision. Mexico, not hiding in some random spot, but going straight to his partners. The same cartel that supplied him would now protect him. That's not running, that's relocating corporate headquarters. The move was brilliant. U.S. law enforcement could track him to the border, but no further. Mexican authorities weren't exactly eager to help catch someone protected by the Beltran Leyva organization. And
EVE Online is a vast...
Petties didn't just hide. He continued running his empire from Querétaro, 5,000 miles from Memphis, but still in complete control. Think about the technology required. 2002, before smartphones, before encrypted apps everyone uses now. Petties had satellite phones, encrypted communications, coded messages. He ran Memphis from Mexico like a general commanding troops from a bunker. Orders went out, money came in, product kept moving. The Ghost Kingpin was born, August 2004. U.S. Marshals added him to their 15 most wanted list. You're talking about a roster with terrorists, serial killers, the absolute worst America was hunting. And there's Petties, the kid from Riverside, keeping company with the most dangerous fugitives alive. Living in Millennial 3rd Subdivision wasn't just comfortable, it was strategic. Gated community, controlled access, cartel security, Mexican military on the payroll, layers of protection that made him untouchable. His kids went to private school, his wife shopped at luxury stores. To the neighbors, he was just another wealthy American expatriate. Nobody asked questions. Money ensures silence. 6 years. Think about that. 6 years running a multi-state drug empire from another country. No hands-on management, no face-to-face meetings, no physical presence, pure remote control. In the corporate world, they'd call him a visionary. In the streets, they called him untouchable. Meanwhile, Operation Petticoat was building. FBI, DEA, U.S. Marshals, even ATF, multi-agency task force with one goal, bring down the...
All right, y'all, we approaching 20 minutes, man. This is Hood Archives. Y'all want to watch the rest of this video, go over there and check out Hood Archives. This is the Craig Petties story. Need y'all to hit that like, share, and subscribe button, man. Hit that like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so I can bring you this mail, man. You know what I'm saying? But don't forget, we're doing the giveaway, man. Get in these comments, man. Talk to me. I talk back. If you go check, look and see, I respond to everybody in the comments, man. And you got to be in these comments to, you know what I'm saying, to receive this money on when we get to the 500, because we getting there. I'm looking at these numbers is turning. The subscribers is coming quick. They coming way quicker than what they was at first. So we ought to be trying to get there by May, by my birthday, man. We at first 500. It'd be lovely to do the 500 giveaway on my birthday, man. That'd be real nice, man. But like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna check y'all on another video. I'll probably do a story time tomorrow. I just gave y'all this one for the night, man. Peter Weesaw signing out. Signing up out of here, man. Peace.